Hey Woodland Wolfpack parents, guardians, and families, welcome to a fantastic new school year. The 2021 school year is undoubtedly going to be one to remember for generations to come. So we wanted to make sure we took a moment here just to highlight some of the changes that we've made as a building and as a district in order to address some of this changing world around us, whether it comes to COVID or just keeping your kids as safe as possible on the day-to-day basis. We're going to talk real quick about arrival, we're going to talk about lunch, we're going to talk about mask breaks, how our nursing station works, all in this video to make sure you are as informed as possible when it comes to your students' educational experience here at Woodland Elementary. Just like previous years, our bus drivers will get off in the front of the building, our car riders will get off in the back of the building. It's our goal this year to make sure we're not all coming in through the same door, so we're splitting our grade levels between the front entrance and one of our side entrances as well, as we're going to maintain that social distance as much as possible. When our students enter in here to the building, rocking their masks of course, the very first thing all of our students do upon arrival is they stop right here and get a healthy dose of our hand sanitizer before they head on their way. We have plenty of adults that are waiting here to help keep that distance and make sure our students get safely on their way to class. Lunchtime is one of the best times here at Woodland Elementary just because of the great food and the fun and the company that you keep when you're here in our building. So a little bit different this year. We've actually separated our cafeteria into two different locations in order to maintain that distance. In here is our secondary cafeteria, where a couple classes are in here every single day. The same classes for each quarter. If you get a little bit closer here, you'll notice that just like, and you'll see this in the cafeteria as well, each student has an assigned seat when they come in here with a numbered circle on there so they know right where to sit every single day. So we can kind of track if things happen to go one way or the other. Another change we've made is down in our main cafeteria. Again, we're working on maintaining that distance as much as possible. So whereas used to be back in the day on Chicken Nugget Tuesday, there was a mad rush up to get it in the front of the line. This time around, we've put some spacing on the ground in order to help out for our students to keep that distance. We'll call each homeroom up one at a time versus the whole grade level. That's a change as well. And then once they find their way to the line, you'll see these dots right here that help them to maintain that separation from each other when they're waiting here in line. Also, again, just like our front entrance, hand sanitizer set up to keep us nice and clean, sanitized, and healthy. Another change this year are our mask breaks. Whew. After being inside with this mask on for most of the day, our students are going to get outside and breathe that fresh air. So multiple times throughout the day, our students will make their way out here, socially distanced with masks on, before we can get outside and be 6 feet apart and take this mask off. This will happen during recess time, but it'll also happen as soon as before and after that time, just to give our kids a break from having to breathe in that mask inside the classroom. Another change for the school year is our procedure for our clinic. We still have the amazing Mrs. Plummer manning our nurse's office, but this time, instead of making our way in there regardless of our ailment, we're going to stop right outside of her office and get our temperature checked before we take our next step. We call this clinic our well clinic. This is where you'll get medicine, or if you have any bumps or scrapes or bruises, you'll head right in there. If you have some of the symptoms that are talked about regarding COVID-19, we have a secondary clinic also where you'll hang out under the supervision of our staff and wait for kind of next steps, which would be a phone call here from the office. Here at Woodland Elementary School, we have amazing specials from STEAM to music to health to technology, art, and PE. A little different this year, as you can see from Mr. Nordyke, is those teachers won't be in their classroom. They're traveling class to class to give our students a phenomenal experience. The same applies for all of our regular homeroom teachers as well. So whereas in previous years, students would move from class to class, this year our teachers are the one on the move, and our students will be staying put right in their homeroom class, kind of making their home for the day. And that's about it. We here at Woodland Elementary School have been working hard to the start of the 2021 school year to make sure your students are super safe given these circumstances, but also are having a phenomenal school year. Woodland Elementary is here for you, for your students first and foremost, to love on them and keep them safe for this whole school year. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to your teachers or the office when it comes to anything that we've discussed in this video or anything you hear along the way. Thanks, let's have a great school year. Pack pride.